Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
New details about the man who stopped breathing while being detained by CHP, what the Kern County coroner says caused his death.
And some renovations coming to Mojave. We'll tell you about the millions of dollars pushed for by Congressman Kevin McCarthy.
Plus, a new route announced by Kern County Transit, how riders can now travel to LA for cheap. Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. I'm Danielle Kernkamp.
I'm Mike Hart. Glad you're here. Let's bring in Amani Stevens and get a first check outside as we push into the weekend and right through next week and Thanksgiving.
Yes, right there. Dry weekend, but rain is coming back. It's back.
It's not bad. We like it.
Yes. And hopefully it's a little bit lighter than what we saw on Wednesday. It was really downpour rains. But right now, 45. 24 hours ago, we saw pretty much the same, just a 1 degree difference. But today's high is 65 with a low of 43. On Sunday, a high of 66 with a low of 42. So dry weekend. Right now, it's a little patchy fog, but the cloud cover should clear throughout the day, and we're going to see temperatures in the 40s in the valley and the mountain communities. Right now you're seeing temperatures in the 30s. For traffic, there are no major incidents to report. Just keep in mind those construction zones on the 99 and the 58. Just drive a little bit slower as you're passing through that, but other than that, you're good to go and start your Friday morning.
The Kern County coroner releasing new details on the man who stopped breathing while being detained by CHP officials on August 30th. Officials said 40-year-old Jason Gonzalez's cause of death is from complications of physical restraint with neck compression, with contributing factors of meth and hypertensive heart disease. The coroner ruled the manner of his death an accident. On August 30th, Gonzalez was detained by the California Highway Patrol on Highway 58 off Union Avenue. The Bakersfield Police Department says Gonzalez became combative and resistant with officers when they approached him that morning. Gonzalez's family told 23 ABC they do not know why he was walking on the freeway, but they say he wasn't typically the type to fight.
The Department of Transportation has approved an $8 million grant for a renovation project at the Mojave Air and Spaceport. According to a press release from the office of Congressman Kevin McCarthy, that project will reportedly include an analysis of the airfield electrical system and renovations to Taxiway C. Last year, McCarthy said he sent a letter to the FAA in support of Mojave's application. In a statement, the congressman said, quote, "From stratolaunch to Virgin orbit, Mojave Air and Spaceport's leading the way in civilian aeronautics and commercial spaceflight." It went on to read, but in order to continue to take the next step towards even greater innovation, it's vital the Mojave Air and Spaceport's infrastructure is revitalized.
A big day today for children and families across the county for the 17th annual National Adoption Day. The Kern County Department of Human Services is hosting this special day for families at the Superior Court Juvenile Justice Building. Celebrations will include both children being adopted out of foster care and those being adopted through private adoption in Kern County. Once it's all finalized, families are invited to attend a celebratory event.
Thanksgiving is now less than a week away. You can celebrate just a bit early this weekend in East Bakersfield. The 4th annual Season of Peace events happening tomorrow in the Dollar Tree parking lot off Niles and Oswell. Local organizations will be on hand, including Bakersfield's 103.9 The Beat. They are joining forces to host this big Thanksgiving event. The goal was to give away at least 150 turkeys to families in the surrounding neighborhoods. There will be live music, various giveaways. It's all going on tomorrow, noon until 2 p.m.
Well, we are less than a week away, of course, from Thanksgiving. Bakersfield Fire is wanting to remind you how to stay safe when you're in the kitchen. They posted some tips and reminders on how to do that, as well as a video, a demonstration on how to fry a turkey safely. Always a helpful video there. They're saying to never leave the fryer unattended, to keep children and pets away from the fryer at all times. Of course, wear protective equipment, eye protection, and good grill mitts. They're telling you you should defrost your turkey completely and dry it, immersing it in hot oil. Keep a grease-rated fire extinguisher within arm's reach of your work area. All of these helpful tips, as well as that video on Bakersfield Fire's Facebook page.
We are less than a week away from Thanksgiving, still crazy to say, and the mission's accepting food supply for its annual Thanksgiving meal.
23 ABC's Daniela Garrido joining us once again live from the kitchen this morning with more on what they need and how you can help. Daniela.
That's right. We actually moved on over to the pantry to show you exactly what they have and what they still need to feed hundreds of people on Thanksgiving Day here at the Mission at Kern County. And we have LaVon with us, and she manages the food and the kitchen here at the Mission. Tell us what you guys have over here. You guys have received a generous amount, but there's still some stuff left.
Yeah, so right now you see we have the green beans started coming in, but I still need like double the amount that's there to complete this meal that we're going to be serving, expected to serve 600 people.
Yeah, and we actually were talking about how the Thanksgiving meal is so specific, right? You can't just, whip up black beans. It's like very specific things. Right. And so you kind of set up over here a couple of things that you wanted to show us. Yes. So what do we have over here? We have mashed potatoes. Let's show the camera real quick. Okay. We have some mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and you can also bring in fresh potatoes. Mm-hmm. Also, we can make some really good mashed potatoes with that. And then we have, of course, the green beans, stuffing mix, cranberry sauce. We need the gravy, just anything that you would use to complete the meal.
And so what does this meal mean to these people that receive it?
This meal means a lot because when these people eat this meal, they know that they're being loved because we put a lot into it, getting it done, make sure that it tastes really good, and just they're shown that they are really loved and cared about.
And there are a couple different ways that people can actually bring their donations over. Tell us a little bit about it.
If you have a donation, you can bring it here to the Mission. That's at 816 East 21st Street, or just drop it off. Or you can call 661-325-0863, and we can send a driver out to pick it up.
Great. Well, that's what they need. They need some cranberry sauce, some gravy, and some potatoes. So bring those on over, or you can call the Mission, and they'll pick it up for you. For now, we're live at the Mission at Kern County. Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
In other news, Kern Transit has announced a new route that will take riders from Bakersfield to Santa Clarita and back. The transit said the new route will open up opportunities to travel to LA on public transit. In a statement from Kern Transit, the company said this is now the most affordable and convenient way for residents to travel to Southern California, and it's the only way to get to and from LA from Bakersfield in one day. Kern Transit said there are also express routes for business commuters. According to its site, the route's general fares for intercommunity are $3.
Meantime, this is a way to get around locally. Good news for you. It's going to be a little easier, a little less expensive to get around this holiday season. That's because Golden Empire Transit, they are going to be offering you free rides this holiday season. Get officials say that fixed routes and Get a Lift buses will be free to everyone from December 1st through 31st. However, Get's ride service will continue to collect its standard fares, so do be aware of that.
You might remember him as the Walmart yodeling boy. Since then, Mason Ramsey, his star is on the rise. He's put out an album, a couple music videos. You can see him live in person tonight. A little background accompaniment by Danielle Kern County. Do you remember that video? Danielle does. The 12-year-old now on tour, making a stop here in Bakersfield. He's on tour. Calls himself Little Hank Williams because he was, yodeling a Hank Williams song in the Walmart that made him famous. Since then, he's been on The Ellen Show, performed at Coachella, signed to Big Loud Records because he's got a big voice. Mason, tonight, Crystal Palace, 8 p.m. Tickets still on sale. You can get them for about $20. And you can get them at buckowens.com. Hey, tickets also on sale for the Nickelodeon star JoJo Siwa, coming to Bakersfield next year in March at Mechanics Bank Arena. It's an arena tour, Tickets for the Dream Tour will be available today at noon. You can purchase them at axs.com or the box office at Mechanics Bank Arena. Very colorful. All right. Let's switch gears now, bring Amani Stevens back in. We're talking air quality?
Air quality, dry weather conditions, but also rain, which may not be so good news. But air quality is in the moderate range. Our AQI for today is 53. We also saw moderate air quality yesterday, so we're seeing lots of fresh air come in, especially after that rain. But no burning unless you are registered for today. And taking a look at our highs and lows for the Bakersfield area, high of 65 with the low of 44. Down at the Grapevine, a high of 59 with the low of 43. And and out in Taft, a high of 62 with a low of 49. So we're seeing seasonal temperatures and dry, sunny skies, but that rain is coming back. Fraser Park, a high of 52 for today, a low of 29. Bear Valley Springs, a high of 52 with a low of 41. And in our desert communities, Mojave, you can expect a high of 59 with a low of 38 for today. Lancaster, a high of 61 with a low of 35. But I'll have that 7-day forecast and your Thanksgiving forecast coming up.